This is day 4 of a new account. Kind of guess you could say a casual account in the sense that, you know, we're not playing constantly. Worked our way down through here. Unlocked Escort to Waterdeep, which required all of these other adventures to be completed, which is why we couldn't skip Terror in the Dark. It was a must-have. So we're doing Escort to Waterdeep because we're on our way to Dritz. Oh, he's trying to finish difficult variant. Well, hey, that's cool. He can do whatever he needs to do. We will still be here. Oh. Load save formation. Ah! Thank you, Texag. See, I remember that it was Texag that helped me remember. That reminded me to save my formation. Alright. So we need to go 150 areas. Did I get more speed potions? I did not. Do I have gems? No, we spent them all. Do I have chests? Not really. Oh, I've got 2 electrums. I've got 2 electrums. Let's open the electrums. My Texag formation. Ooh, we got a blue for Calliope. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, and there's a code on stream right now. Clemgonkvam. Clemgonkvam. Yay. And now I need to remember to control click. Ah, there we go. You only have to control click once, and then it's always super fast. Until you turn it off and turn it back on again. Oh, I got a blue for Tyrell's health. This was big. And we got some... Oh, we got gems from those, too. See, this is just a win-win. Electrums are a win-win for a new player account. They're just so big. Love it. Love it. You get everything you want. Everything you need. Alright. There we go. I wasn't paying attention. Nope, didn't get more speed potions though. Rip. Remember some of my tokens on chests? No, I didn't. Again, I was tempted to do that, and my ADHD made me forget that it was a thing, and so I didn't do that, which is good, because I think it's good that I didn't do it. I wasn't going to use this event. I was going to pretend like there wasn't an event active when this account started. So... Alright, what I'm going to do in the background while this kind of AFKs, and maybe, I guess maybe I can just throw it up. Blah, onto the screen. I mean, we have a new event format coming. And I just wanted to take a hot second to... Well, first off, we can change this now to 170 plus guides. Ding. Achievement unlocked. We need to go through and decide how things are going to be changed for event-related guides going forward. So, here's what I'm curious about. I feel like Arrival event is still the same. It's just there's only going to be 12 instead of 17, and if people arrived in the past, it's still they arrived in a different event. So we're still going to link to their arrival event so that the relevant information is there. I guess. Because here's the thing. In the event posts, I was putting information on like the enemies that you fight. And now, just as a way to thin down the amount of info in one post, but now the arrival event and the event you can obtain them in for older champions may not necessarily match up. And now I'm like, should I just, now that even though I went through and changed all of that, should I now go through or just put that information back in the champion post? And I hate it to a certain degree, but also, I mean, events are so different now. And a post has to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, I also changed... I also made a distinction between... I also made a distinction between champions that were still obtainable in events and champions you could only get from time gates in terms of their guide format. But now every champion can still... There's no more... Everybody's coming out of retirement. Everyone is able to be out of retirement because you've got your 2 featured champions, sure, but then you've got a minimum of 3 flex slots that you can, poke your head in the old folks' home and pull somebody out of retirement. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta let that sink in for a hot second. Dadius reintroduction spotlight. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice. Let's take a look at that then. No, I don't like it. I don't like that either. But we're gonna do it this way. Dadius reintroduction spotlight. So I'll have to... That's a thing I'm going to have to add. Hold on. So now you can read their original champion spotlight. You can read their reintroduction champion spotlight here. That makes sense, right? It'll be one or the other. No, that doesn't need to be in this, though. Unless we link to both. No, we would never do that. We would just modify a guide. Okay. See, sometimes I have an idea, and then I'm like, nope. I'm going to talk myself out of it because it was bad. Because it was bad. All right. Still DPS support. Eligible for Strahd or Zerial with feats. Chromatic Orb. Acid Frost or Fire. Oops, there it is. Skill Empowerment increases Daddy's damage. You know what I need to do? I need to compare this directly to this. Hold on. Where's Dadius? Where's your Dadius? Right here. Okay. Let's see how they compare. Previously, basic attack just tossed a chromatic orb with a random element of the nearest enemy, but I don't know that the element mattered back then. And now I guess it does, apparently. Skill Empowerment will now increase the Dadius' damage and the damage of champions with 14 or more int within 2 slots of Dadius by 100% for each champion in the formation affected by the ability, stacking multiplicatively. Okay. Before it was just increase the damage of champions within 2 slots by 200% if their int was 14 or higher. So that's a big difference. It's 100%, but stacking multiplicatively. So even if, like at 1, if there's only 1, then you shouldn't be using Dadius, but then it would be worse than the old way. But if there's 2 or more, it's better than the old way. So that's nice. That's nice to see. Practice makes perfect. Enemies hit by a chromatic order are debuffed based on the orb's type. Each debuff increases the damage of subsequent orbs of the same type by 400%, stacking multiplicatively. Enemies can have up to 5 debuffs of each type. Okay. And they don't expire. Does that mean they're sticky, though? Does that mean they're sticky? Practice makes perfect, the old version, or current version, but not the new version, increase the damage of chromatic orbs by 50% each time the same element was cast in a row, and it stacks if you keep doing it. It was horrible. It just wouldn't happen, really. It just wouldn't happen. So this is way better. Way better Chromatic Wonder is new. It used to be Chromatic Specialist, which increased Darius' chance to attack with the same orb color by 50%. Chromatic Wonder, but that was because you needed it for Practice Makes Perfect. Now, Chromatic Wonder, Darius keeps track of the total number of sets of all 3 orb types he has cast in the current area. Increases the effect of skill empowerment by 100% for each set, stacking multiplicatively, but capping at 20 stacks. Darius just has stacks on. It's like, hey dog, I heard you wanted some stacks with your stacks. Like stacks on stacks on stacks. Yeah. So far, way better. Way better. Specializations, there's now 2 sets. Before there was only 1. Okay, so the first set is new. Together in Magic, buff skill empowerment by 100% for each champion in the formation with a magic base attack, stacking multiplicatively. I mean, that seems like it's going to double up on that int 14 most of the time, right? Apart in Magic, the effective skill empowerment is 100% for each champion in the form that does not have a magic base attack, so you get to pick either way. And then the second set brings back Empowered Orbs and Empowered Empowerment, which existed before. Chromatic Orbs now do AoE damage, deal 400% more damage. That's the same as before. You could basically make Darius AoE, give Darius AoE wave clear if they're DPS. Empowered Empowerment increase. Oh, my question now is, now that his Chromatic Orb does a debuff, and you want stacks, because it's counting stacks. Is it AoE? Like, does the AoE give stacks to everybody? Because that makes Empowered Orbs the go-to choice, right? Debuff everyone. Every time it comes out, everybody gets a stack of green, everybody gets a stack of blue, everybody gets a stack of red, and it just over and over and over again, which would be amazing when you start getting a big wall of enemies. All right, Empowered Empowerment, 200%, just a 200% buff. Before, it was 200% plus 50% for each stack of Practice Makes Perfect. Practice Makes Perfect went away, though, so a little worse. And then use smaller words, reduces the required int of skill empowerment to 12 and higher. That's a stretch. That's a stretch, and that makes him useful with more people. But then you lose this potential AoE debuff. All right, a magic missile. It sounds like they kept it the same. Wildly fires off a large number of magic missiles. The number is equal. Starts at 10 and increases by 1 for each enemy on the screen. Yes, this is the same. Each missile hits a random enemy, so not necessarily every enemy will hit. This is the most potential. Like the most number of magic missiles you can create in the game is Darius, because you can get to 110, technically 111, and so when you hit it, it's just it's something that would probably make Lurking Rider's computer just stand up, walk towards the window, and throw itself out a window. It'd just be like, no, I'm done with all this. It would throw itself out a window. All right. Gear. What was the gear before? We had damage of Darius before, so that changed. So now it's together in Magic and apart in Magic abilities. So that's a spec. It's a gear that buffs spec on slot 1. Slot 2 is still damage of all champions. Slot 3 is still skill empowerment. Slot 4 still says practice makes... Oh, it is practice makes perfect. Is that still in the game? Yes, it's still here. Wait, is it? Yes. It's the debuff. Okay. I was like, why? I thought they removed that part. They moved the other one. Chromatic Wonder instead of ultimate attack damage. And then ultimate cooldown. Okay. So they removed ultimate attack damage, which is fine. There's other ways you can scale that, right? Or that should just give it a better scaling off its base, and it's probably fine. Oh my god, there's more information. There's more information. This is new. All right, hold on. Didn't expect Dadius to be the first rework, right? Right? But that's the idea, is to be like, oh, here's a champion that's just been pretty much the hottest, not the hottest of garbage, but pretty hot garbage for a long time, right? I mean, that's what you want to see. Well, what I want to see is how far we are. I've been kind of AFK over here. This game, we're in the point where I've got 3 familiars. We can AFK to a certain extent. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing fine in the background. Okay. Dadius' achievement and adventure variants. Achievement: Smart Companions complete 100 areas while Dadius is buffing everyone in the formation with skill empowerment. What is it right now? Dadius was an event champion from Festival? Well, no, they weren't Festival of Fools. What event did Dadius arrive at? Emerald. Wow, this isn't even close. They really, so for the rework champion, they will pull them from anywhere. Okay. Just, well, what is their achievement? This is broken? Did they take it out of the game already? I don't see it. They may have removed it already. I don't know. It's legacy now? Well, okay. Then I can't see it. I can't see it on the new account, so. Alright. An adventure variance. In areas where it is snowing, your party will take... Oh, hold on. I do have this information in my guide. Let me go check. Is it the same? Did they change this? Frightful weather, yes, yes. Areas where it is snowing, so boss areas, your parties will take 1.7% of their max health is unavoidable damage every second. Yeah, that's fine. And they've got the tier requirements now. Oh boy. That's a climb. That's a climb. Light in the darkness, several slots in formation taken by floating magical torches. Yeah, and that's the same. Okay. Only champions with wisdom, wise endeavor, only champions with wisdom 13 or more, plus Dadius may be used. Yeah, that's the same. So all of these are the same. All of these are the same. Okay. Yeah. That's a... Yeah. Those tears, though. Those tears make you cry. Actual tears. Yeah. Alright. That's what's coming. I can feel it coming in the air of the night. Oh, Lord. 1,600. 1,600. Be good times. Gonna be good times. Oh yeah, it's gonna get difficult. Well, yeah, to get into the higher tiers. I mean, the higher tiers in Somnia are gonna be for, established players. So, 4 slots taken up. Time to bring out Dadius. I mean, excuse me, Desmond. Time to bring out Dadius. Time to bring out Desmond. Or you're not getting past a tier. Like, I'm fine with super advanced tiers being like, you need other champions, other event champions. Like, it's kind of part of that challenge, right? Too much debuffing in this game? Well, there's a good amount. Too much? I think it causes some... Well, we know it causes problems with the bud, right? But it also causes performance issues. I wish they could figure that part out specifically. Well, both of those parts, but... Alright. Yeah, the other legacy, I don't know what's going on with legacy achievements. I need to submit a ticket about that. I keep forgetting. I need to do it on my main account. Dadis was in your short list of suggestions for season 6 reworks. Oh, yeah. I mean, they need one, but I mean, there's a good number. But at least like we're seeing our first focused rework of an event 2.0, and definitely looks better. Definitely looks better. But yeah, that's definitely now the tiers are definitely a progression based system. Yeah, and I'm here for that. People asked for that for people have been asking. People asked for that a long time ago, and kind of flatly got told no way back then when. Obviously, things have changed. I'm pretty sure Bud's bug is a symptom of performance issues. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe whatever's causing Bud's buggy is the reason for performance issues. I don't know. I don't know. It could go that knife cuts both ways, right? And maybe whatever's getting screwed up in the math is what's causing your computer to chug to a halt. Let me throw some levels. Say they might be, yeah, they might be correlative, if not causative. Is that how we phrase that? I think that's how we phrase that. Correlation versus causation. Lediath, welcome. Welcome to you and your crew. We just finished comparing and contrasting Dadius, OG Dadius, with rework Dadius. Looks good. Looks a lot better. Hemp Knight, is it worth the $10 for an Aroas core? I have the other cores, but is there anything Aroas cores are superior for? I don't think so personally. But if you're an Aroas fan and you want to run Aroas stuff, then it would make sense that you also then pick up the Aroas core. But in my opinion, it doesn't offer anything that other cores can offer. If you already have them. Yeah. Alright, Lydia, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Oh, for 5th patrons that rework the chores? I mean, they did once already. I mean, I don't disagree, but here's what's going to happen. So you're talking about jury duty. That's not a patron rework that has to happen. That's the trials rework that has to happen, because Justin has already said he's kind of leaning towards, or it sounds like it's just going to happen, that when he reworks trials, the jury is going away, which would solve that problem with patron chores. I think the issue more with patron chores that needs to be reworked is there shouldn't be any crossover. If you're an established player with a full bench of champions, you should never get the same champion on one side as there is in another. Now, if you're a new player, you kind of have to get some overlap, because it would have to be based around core champions, the core 12. There's gonna be an overlap, but I think they could make a selection of champions for each patron, and with over 130 champions in the game, they could come up with non-overlapping lists. Absolutely could. There's no excuse for that anymore. And the year of Moradin, our Lord Moradin 2024. In the year of the Dwarven Lord Moradin 2024. Yeah, no excuse. Yeah, the biggest thing you'll get from the Aroas core is 15 Modron chests, but I feel like you could just buy 15 Modron chests for less than that. Hold on. Oh, it's not going to offer them up to me because I don't have it unlocked yet. I feel like if that was what you wanted, you could get that easier. I could just remove champ requirements and chores to other time. Well, that's part of the stated purpose is to encourage people to use combinations of champions that they might not normally use. I don't have a problem with that. It also gives you a reason to use other champions in the back. Like, they want you to use other champions. So again, I don't have a problem with that part. I have a problem with them using the same champions in 4 different pools when there's 132 champions in the game currently. And you 4 days last week because you couldn't do any bud or team concurrently. And I don't know what to tell you. I do it AFK in the background. So, but the switch dev on sorting out the painters, I don't want to assign. That's not development. That's design. To be clear, a designer has to sit down and sort that out, and then it goes to a developer just to adjust to then So it needs to go to design first and then to development. They don't have a designer that, well, they've freed up design time, but it wasn't from the Switch, right? It's from getting rid of seasons and reducing events from 17 to 12. So, yeah. Oh, 16 chests are $23, so 15 or less than that. Oh, there you go. So I guess that's a discount. I guess getting the Rose Core is a discount. Discount 15 Motorrun chests. You just got to earn them. But yeah, your core champions should never come up if you have a full roster of champions. And the patron and your patron chores come up. Core champions should never appear. Reacher, do you think they'll think of better perks for the new patron? Probably not. Look. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Probably not. It's 14 chests instead of it's not 15. Yeah, because you start on level 1 and then you level up 14 times. So just to be clear, it is 14 chests if we want to be very specific. More tier 11 gold buffs. Ugh. You know, J-Dog, you joke, but then they'll be like, well, yeah, you need it for Turn of Fortune's Wheel. And they wouldn't be wrong. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Pack Tactics or Centipede Net? I feel like I always do the one that extends it. I feel like I always do the one that extends it. Is that Centipede Net? We'll say there's a lot of... I mean, as much as the collection currently is a little... kind of landed a little flat. Like the guide quests part of the collection stuff. There's a lot of potential for really cool rewards in here. And it feels like they just didn't have the time to design that and implement it. But I did talk to them about it. Because I think it's just a really... It is ripe with opportunity. Been doing okay? Well, earning decent gems. Earning decent gems. Here's the thing. Did I... No. Yeah, we just kind of can't do it. Kind of can't do a deep run. I feel like the next deep run has to be... How many are we off here? When we hit all of green or better and then dump all these gold chests, we'll have a lot of power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dellen is good. So we need at least 12 more silver chests at a minute. And that's if everyone drops a green, which is not going to happen. Yeah, we're like at least 600 gems away from... being able to do like another deep run for favor. Still saying, man, this is why I'm just the well, this is not what I wanted to show off. Hold on. What's no, or claim 250, 500, 750, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 27, 3,000, 3,500. 3,500 gems would do it, right? If all of these early collection quests, guide quests, all of the early quests had rewarded green gems, I think my account would have smoothly transitioned through. We would have hit full greens, and then I could dump all these golds, and it would be just a nice smooth transition into power. That, or I would have a fourth familiar. But hey, that's a choice, right? I could choose to have a smooth power transition from chests, or I can have a fourth familiar. Or I could have a fourth familiar. Just another argument, I think, for those being... for the early ones being green gems instead of corrupted gems. Hey, Onyx. You're accounting about the Ceramorphosis fee per Dyna here? I mean, I don't have anybody for that to work with, so... Oh, I also don't have Dyna here. I purposefully didn't unlock any champions in that event. I wanted to treat it like it wasn't existing. No event will be this Wednesday. Okay, so I need to think about... Oh, we're... There's 2 missing here, so 700 gems. We need 700 gems for a shot. If we're perfect and every chest gives us a green, we need 700 gems. So, a little ways to go. I mean, or we just pop all those gold chests. If I loot one more gold chest off a boss, because this is all, these are, you can loot these off of bosses, then I may just pop them to get the collection thing. It should dump into, well, actually, I can't even guarantee it'll dump into the whites. That's the problem. But what a waste, because that could go straight into blues. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Nope, not going to do it. Still getting silvers. Holding on to them. Hey, Timothy. Welcome to the stream. I need to work. Okay, back to work on this. I will keep this off the stream while I think about it, because it's not really. I don't know what I want to do. The arrival event will. Okay, it will still say arrival event. I don't know if I want to remove that or not. I feel like an event, because then it's like, how am I going to rework event guides? Event guides will be. I don't know. I mean, it's just going to be, they're going to stay kind of the same. I mean, I have to change some of the data, but it'll still list off the champions that have always arrived in that event. But Flex champions will stay listed as their original arrival event. Ooh. That seems less than optimal. That really can't work in Events 2.0. It doesn't work in Events 2.0. So all the... I feel like all the adventure data has to go back in the champion guide. Also because people are going to want that data for the time gate too. Did I use all my electrums already? Oh yeah, I use on a new account. I pop them as soon as I get them. How'd you put Dadius? His original event or his rework event? It has to stay his original. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can't. That's what I'm saying. I think arrival event has to leave because the event they're associated with no longer is key information. It's just whatever event they're in at the time. So when I make new event guides, like when I make the Festival of Fools guide for Events 2.0, it has to list the Dark Urge and Dadius, even though Dadius is from Simral. And then all the Flex Champs, even though some of the Flex Champs will be from other events too. So I can't have the enemy data in that guide anymore because it isn't going to be accurate, because every champion will still be creating data from their original. So yeah, because his adventure isn't changing, so it's too confusing. I'm moving arrival event from the guide. I'm gonna have to put back. Oh God, just removed this on the last rework. I'm gonna have to put back the champion data or the event information, adventure information. I'm going to change that to call it champion adventure information. That's probably smart. And then this is going to go away on the event guide. Okay. I'm at 89, so I can't keep leveling up click damage for much longer. Okay, so there's one change. The label is Flex Guides. We're going to get dismantles in Events 2.0. Textile UT, so Dadius will get a full dismantle because he's the only one being reworked. That dismantle will last like a week or two, but if you spend event tokens on a chest pack for him, it shuts off the dismantle. So if you're going to dismantle him, you need to do it before you buy chests for him. Now, if you pay cash for a chest from the store, it won't turn off the dismantle. But if you spend your event tokens on stuff for Dadius, the game is basically going, okay, you like Dadius the way he is. And it shuts off the dismantle. That's how it's going to work. Label them as flex guides. I like this idea. I'm not... How do I... I don't think it matters. I think they're just... I mean, if I called it a flex guide, it wouldn't change anything. Like, they still need... Because then it's like... Then that still makes it very event specific. I think they're just going to be all referred to as event champs. And there's just going to have to be some notes about, you know, what's going to be different between an event and a time gate for them, maybe. Or I just go back. I mean, I don't really even put those notes in for the original event champion thing. It's something I only switched to when they retired. But now there's no retirement anymore, so I think it just goes away. I think it just goes away completely. Let's, what am I going to do? This. I'm going to go here. All right, all my gold's going on the champions now. Are fiends considered fair monstrosities? Neither. They're fiends. Not everything qualifies for Minsk. Those are all their own thing. Yeah. The full dismantle was the full season. There aren't any seasons anymore. And it isn't the full event, if that's what you meant. It's in the blog, I think. Lego Dismantles is just going to be like a week only during the quarterly celebrations. Yeah, I know, J-Dog. That's so whatever you change in the guide for the next event will change for the next year. That's why from now on my event guides are going to say they're going to be like this one will be Festival Fools 2024. Like in the title, it's going to say what year it is because every year it's going to be different. Yeah. So I got to label the guides differently and they've got to have different. I can no longer just make a guide and reference it every year, which is what I just spent all that time doing with 17 guides, was trying to make a permanent guide I could just update every year for search optimization, and nope. CNE's like, screw your SEO, and nobody cares about your page ranking. I'm just throwing out stupid names. That isn't even what we're talking about. But really, we're returning the search engine. Like, now it's going to be super confusing. Events 2.0, will they give me better opportunities to fill up a past retired champions? Yes. Yes, Timothy. Much better. So Events 2.0, there's now a featured champion and two featured champions. One is new, one is reworked. So this event, the Dark Urge is going to be new, and Dadius is getting a rework. Then there's 3 flex slots for free-to-play players. You choose the champions you want in those flex slots from a list they're going to give you of flex champions that are available for that event. It's going to be the champions that were previously in this event, plus a couple others, because now an event is just, it starts on the first Wednesday of a month and it lasts 3 weeks. That's an event. There's only one a month. They're making it very straightforward. So they went from 17 events to 12. So they're going to have to smush, some of the flex champions are moving around. Like Dadius wasn't from Festival of Fools. He was from Cimarron, but he's the rework champion in this Festival of Fools, right? So you're going to get to pick your choice of 3 champions from the past to gear up in the event, for free. And now champions have 4 tiers of variants that progressively get more difficult, like the higher area requirements. So when you finish this first tier of stuff and get 3 chests, you do the second tier and get 3 chests, and then the third tier and 3 more, right? So there's now 12 gold chests available per champion instead of 3 from events. But there's still, once you've done a variant, it's done. Like until you get to another tier, and once you do all the tiers, you're done. There's also some extra bonus rewards that are coming with that kind of stuff too. But this gives you a much better opportunity to gear up previous champions because you can pick and choose who you want. Also, if you buy a specific event DLC, which is a new term, we're going to have to wait to see what it looks like. It'll open up a supporter flex slot, so it gives you another slot to pull a champion from a past event. So yeah, so if you throw a little cash at the game every event, you'll have access to 6 champions instead of 5. Right. Lego dismantling is what happens when your 4-year-old niece comes along and pulls apart all of the castles and X-Wings you've built. Yes, it is. The duration of the event. I thought it was just a couple weeks. All right, well, if it's the duration of the event, then it's 3 weeks. But here's the thing. If you buy a pack of chests for that champion, the dismantle gets turned off. I thought they said it was 2 weeks on Dev Insights. Well, maybe they changed their mind for the blog post. The seasons weren't taken around the back of time gates. They were taken to a farm upstate. They've moved to a farm upstate where they can stretch their legs and run all they want. But no, you can't go visit them. Yeah. All right. Who do I want to upgrade? Target tank. I mean, we should be able to get to 150 without a problem. I'm not super worried about efficient upgrading. Event DLC needs to go in the glossary document. Shevik, remind me of that on Wednesday. I'm going to be working on a lot of guide stuff on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be very stressful and busy. Because we're unlocking the new stuff on 3 separate accounts. At the same time, while trying to build guides. It's going to be a rough day. I wonder if I could change my layout. I don't know if it would be worth it. I'm like, can I change it so it fits 1 large screen and then 2 smaller ones so you can see all 3 accounts going at once? I think that might be a little too much. But you let me know. All right. Okay, so I'm going down through. So you can read the original champion spotlight here. I don't know if we need to go with original anymore. I think it's going to be, you can read their champion spotlight here. And then whether it's original or reintroduction is fine. Look at last affiliation for time gate priority to be determined. Oh, this is the same. Listen to their song. I always had this line in. Listen to, insert song name here. The official Bardic Inspiration song for this champion. And we don't have Bardic Inspiration anymore. So I guess I can just take that out. So I have to delete it every freaking time. Because I never get to it. Because we don't make anymore. Sad. Total should have a scene where you can show all 3. I'll see if I can... I'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I want to go for full epic or increasing my main champ's item levels. Personally, I mean, for me personally, making sure that I'm full epic is the first priority, and then increasing item levels is second. Mainly because increasing item levels can just be blacksmithing contracts from gem farming. It doesn't have to be an event. If I'm playing 2 different accounts simultaneously, was too much for my brain after work. Oh no, yeah, I get it. I wouldn't be doing this all the time. I've only playing this one right now, um, on stream. I only played this one on stream. I'm just saying Wednesday's going to be a lot because I need to make the guide for the champion. That's why I'm trying to get a little bit of work here done in the background while we're working on this push, because this push is just, I mean, we're cruising right along with the same starter formation that we've been using the whole time. No reason to change it. I haven't added any champions. I did want to test at some point, really, if maybe Ashara is now the go-to, or if we're still in Jarlaxle OP state. But as long as we're completing our adventures, it doesn't matter yet. It's going to be more appropriate. We probably need to switch to Ashara when we're in Tomb of Annihilation. Oh, yeah. So if I can update some of this guide, I can just make sure that at least one of this guide's prep stuff is done. That'd be nice. Because I'm also going to have to change the event guide, too. What am I doing with Jing Sao? Nothing. Do I have any permanent background farming? I'm not even doing that. Yeah, I've done absolutely nothing with her. I don't know how you keep 3 accounts straight. They're on 3 different platforms. But again, like, so one is my main account. That's on Steam, right? Then there's this. This is new. This one's on Epic. And then I have a CNE Games account. But that one is utterly gearless, and I don't do progress on it. I literally only pull it up on event days to unlock the newest champion and get their information, get their pure information for the guide for stuff. So, you know, I don't have to worry about, because I need all the different values to be for like the cost for upgrades and checking some of the damage stuff, just making sure that it's completely clean and accurate. Special thing. Beats. Well, this is going to be fine. So that's going to be fine. Formation and mission information will be on a per champ basis, so that's fine. I think this is the time. If I'm going to change my recommended event formations over to Ashara, just to not confuse new players by like trying to teach them to hitch super secret DPS, I think this is the time. And then I would just slowly start swapping them over every event as I'm updating the guides to the events 2.0. That makes sense. That makes sense. Right. Right. Gave a little more of a rule there for how to decide. Anyone having issues with their game? Mine was black and I can't click anything. So occasionally, we call that somebody cast darkness on the party. Occasionally, something happens and it'll load in black, and you just have to wait for it to move an area, like progress an area or fall back an area, and then usually it shows back up again. But you might try like restarting your client. I haven't run into that issue in a long time where somebody casts darkness. In a long time. I don't see what part of the old guides is still relevant. Relevant? What? What? Don't say that. Don't tell me I have to trash can an entire thing. Don't. That's the worst thing that anybody could possibly say to me. Oh, you're talking about my event guides. I'm working on my champion guides right now. Oh God, you had me freaking out. Oof. Oh, I was panicking. Oh, I was panicking. No, I'm working on my champion. I'm working on the event champion guide. So for the guides I use to format all of the champion guides, like the thing I use to format all of them, that's what I'm working on right now. We'll get to updating the event guide later. Okay, there's the link. Well, there are some changes. I mean, there are changes that have to be made, but overall, the structure feels like it can stay. The structure looks intact. Adding, removing a couple things is what has to happen. This is this is why I try to make my guides as future-proofed as possible. But then when things happen that I could not foresee, like Events 2.0, then I should be able to just go in and alter stuff. But the Events 2.0s are more foundational change that will change my event planning guide and my event guides. Okay. No, one event. Yeah, Cindy, once again, making more work for Gar. Well, it's... Is future proof better than past lies? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I just realized something horrible. So I put this handy chart in that shows like for area 75 in an event, you need this much favor to make it difficulty show as green. There's now 3 more tiers of difficulty levels in the game. And it took me quite a while to determine I mean, back in year 1 or 2 to determine those values. I think I'm just going to leave it for the first tier. I think I'm just going to leave it showing for the first tier, because beyond that, I feel like that's... I mean... Yeah. How much favor makes these? I don't know. That's what we're going to find out, J-Dog. Well, that's the thing. I'm curious to find out, but like slowly earning favor in runs to try to tick. That's what I did before, just to get to the point where it would tick it into the grid. Like, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again for all 4 tiers. Yeah, upper tiers aren't for beginners. No, they're not. I mean, I want information in here on them, but I don't know. And I don't even know if that's a value. I mean, maybe that value's in the data, but I don't access that. But I would definitely copy that from someone. Well, I mean, some of the guide is for new players, but if I can put in information on, the rest of that stuff, I will. But I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Was it E180? You can click to 1600. Well, good to know. I mean, favor, yeah. Favor. Yeah. We use forther in Idle Champions. It's not further or farther, it's forther. Remember, we're just talking about the difficulty ratings, not whether it's actually easy or not. Okay, so we're just gonna... Actually changing it. These are the rough favor values need to reach to make a tier 1 variant say difficulty easy. Okay. There's a little note about higher tiers. That's about as far as we're going to go there. Okay. Level up. Okay. Adventure. Initial adventure. The cost is gone. Yay! I hated doing those anyway. Complete level reward. Info. Yes. First variant. Cost. Gone. No. This needs to say something new now. This needs to say something new now. This needs to be tier 1 first variant. Yeah. Well, no. Shit. No, it just needs to be first variant. And then I need to show the different tiers. Yeah, there aren't any costs anymore. Let me going to change this. it's going to be like this. What can I... I don't like that. Need to table this. I need to table this. That's what needs to happen. Okay. Because we're getting rewards and stuff too. And that's going to need to be part of... Oh, man. There aren't costs to start adventures or variants or free plays anymore. The cost is the tokens just go to buying chests from the shop. How do I need to open up that blog post. Ooh, Dark Urge is coming in seat 11. So Jam getting knocked out of the way. I didn't realize that. I didn't look close enough at that picture. Okay. Okay, so it shows when you look at tier, like a tier, it shows variant 1, variant 2, variant 3 with their completion area requirements with a gold chest reward for each, and then once you get all 3, you get a bonus reward. Okay, Jam is Jamila. Jam is Jamila. That's her. That's her nickname. Jam. Yeah, the champion currently seen in slot 11. All right. So... how would I want to organize this? It needs to be tabled because there's a lot of stuff now going on. So if we go variant name on the left, and then tier across the top. We could have all 4 tiers. But then you put at the reward at the end, but then you need to put a tier reward in somewhere. Tier completion reward. Sir, we've been jammed. Unfortunately, we don't have a Lone Star champion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need a reward per tier. So, I'm trying to like visualize this in my head, which is a problem because when I close my eyes and think about things, all I see is black. I'm like some people that actually see things. Oh, it sucks so much. So if instead I do adventure name across the top, like variant name across the top, and then tier No, that doesn't. Well, yeah, and then tier, and then reward. No. Hmm. Hmm. I need to actually just do it a couple ways and see what happens. Okay, so if I were gonna go, let me just do this both ways. So if this were to be in, then go. What's the name? But the one with the rewards go. Oh, the bottom. Yeah, no, we can do this. We can do this. Can we do this? Yes, we can. All right. So we would do tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that would go there. Then there would be a variant 1, variant 2, variant 3. We could actually include... I could do the whole thing. I could have the initial adventure in here and a free play in here. You just want to make the whole thing a table? I think I do. So I think we go mission name. Then first variant, second variant, third variant. And then we do reward. Okay, so it would be adventure variant tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and then reward. And that reward would be for completing each adventure. And then down this, it would be under adventure variant, it would be the mission name, variant 1, 2, 3, and then the tier reward, so that at the bottom of each tier, it shows the reward for each tier. That works. That works. So you're tracking individual variant reward or adventure and variant rewards across, and then you're tracking tier rewards down. And we'll include the base unlock adventure and the free play. Just because why not? Let's see, guys. I'll go up here. Okay. One more of those. That should do it. There's special rewards for each variant. There's a gold chest for each variant, but then there's also a special reward for each tier that you do all 3 of the variants in. And so that's special rewards for the variant are on the rows. Special rewards for each tier are down at the bottom of the columns. So end of the rows or bottom of the columns. Let me fill this out and see. Yeah, because this won't let me go completion area. Then we go like 50 is the completion area for the base war, for the base thing. But the first thing is champ was favor. Oh, I see the problem here, though. Okay, hold on. This is great for all of the general data. It does nothing for the information about the variant and tips on beating it. But that can be a separate section. Yeah, that can be a separate section. That can be down below. So we start off with this. And then we go into this. Ensure. Info. Note. That shortens the rest of this. All that goes above. So cost, completion, and reward all go away. I don't even need a section on the free play because it's not any different than the main adventure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. I like that. Dark leads the army. Boy. All right, we're almost done with Escort to Waterdeep. Unfortunately, what we're not almost done with is Lurking Riders jokes. I'm sorry, I'm messing with you. I'm out of root beer now. All right. Great timing for an ad break. Great time for an ad break. Oh man, my beard is just all over the place today. I think it's a humidity thing. We'll see. The weather got all weird. Okay, out of here. All right, look, we've got a new adventure node down here.